I was just a normal college student, studying theology and working part-time at a local bookstore. But everything changed when I started experiencing strange symptoms. I began hearing voices, seeing hallucinations, and exhibiting bizarre behavior. My family took me to see doctors and psychologists, but no one could figure out what was wrong with me. They prescribed medication, but it only seemed to make my symptoms worse. As my condition worsened, my family became increasingly desperate. They turned to the church for help, believing that I was possessed by demons and that an exorcism was the only way to save me. Despite my reservations, I agreed to undergo the exorcism, hoping that it would cure me of my mysterious afflictions. The demons inside me were powerful and malevolent. They called themselves Legion, as they were many. They told me that they had been with me for a long time, waiting for the opportunity to take over my body. They wanted to use me as a vessel to spread their influence and wreak havoc on the world. The exorcism was a long and grueling process, with the priests using every means at their disposal to try and expel the demons from my body. They prayed, they recited passages from the Bible, they performed holy rites and sacraments. But the demons were stubborn and refused to leave. As the exorcism dragged on, the voices in my head became louder and more insistent. They taunted me, they tormented me, they tried to break my will. They told me that I was weak and unworthy, that I would never be able to resist their power. But despite their efforts, I refused to give up. I clung to my faith and my sense of self, determined to fight back against the demons that had taken hold of me. And slowly but surely, I began to win. The exorcism was performed in secret, with only a few trusted witnesses present. But as my condition worsened, the word spread and more people became interested in my case. Some saw me as a miraculous cure, while others saw me as a freak show. My family became isolated and paranoid, convinced that the demons were everywhere, watching their every move. In the end, I was left weakened and exhausted, my body racked by the trauma of the exorcism. But I was still not cured. In fact, I was worse off than before. I was barely able to eat or drink, and I was constantly plagued by the voices in my head. I was gone, but my story was far from over. My case became a media sensation, with people all over the world debating the existence of demonic possession and the role of the church in exorcisms. My family was torn apart by the controversy, and my memory was shrouded in mystery and myth. But despite it all, I remained a symbol of hope and faith in the face of unimaginable horror. I may have lost my battle with the demons, but I never lost my faith in God. And in the end, that is what truly saved me.